What is up, SmackNPie here, and welcome back to another Dark Deception video. Today we will be discussing something very important, and that has to do with the lore and story of Dark Deception, and it is about Malak, Doug Hauser, and Beers. Now, without wasting any more time, let us begin. Alright, so last night, Vince Livings, the executive director of Dark Deception, did a Q&A live stream. If you don't know what Q&A is, it is basically question and answers, ladies and gentlemen. That was around 1 hour or so, and trust me, it has so much valuable information regarding the game, especially upcoming chapter 4, where most specifically we get to learn about the team, how they got together, how they do stuff behind the scenes, and just overall how they are as a person. It was quite fun, and I may do a breakdown video for every important question Vince answered that might give us clues to what's about to happen, so you might want to keep an eye out for that on the channel. Other than that, there will be more in the future, so you can make sure to keep an eye out for those. But now, let's get back to some theories. Just a few hours ago, Glowstick Entertainment released a new soundtrack for upcoming Chapter 4, and it is surprisingly doesn't belong to any 3 levels of Chapter 4. Its wallpaper aren't nurses or Joy Joy Gang or Mama Bear or Trigger Teddy. Instead, ladies and gentlemen, it is Malak. Yep, that is right, freaking Malak. And I know what you're all thinking. Hey Smack, we've been there before. There was another soundtrack with Malak in the thumbnail. Yep, we are there again, but this time it is a different soundtrack. And most importantly, the title is Collection Call, which is quite self-explanatory, to be fair. Now, it is weird, because just when we thought there might be no OSTs remaining for Chapter 4, they dropped another one. And it is also weird because now we have 2 Malak OSTs specifically. That's big, not only because Malak finally got his own OSTs list. Usually for him, he has to share BIERCE'S Ballroom theme, you know, the one with the ballroom stuff, but now he's getting the recognition that he deserves. Last time we had Repercussions, which we came to the theory that, and judging by the sound of that OST, it seemed to be some sort of flashback. I came to the conclusion that this teaser of bridge and police cars will have this theme, Repercussions, either after Reaper Nurse's level or right after all 3 levels. I mean, listen to this. It does sound right. See, I'm telling you, Malak wants us out, but he seems to have a hard time finding our weaknesses. Time after time, we seem to becoming immune to his attacks and traps and monsters, hence he needs to find something big against us to stop us, and would you guessed it, he would do just that. Which is why, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to Reaper Nurses, especially those syringe and pills, there seems to be a pattern, at least, I'm hoping for one at least, where Malak will start to see what exactly hits us hard, and that'll be the willpower, the guilt that we talked about, and most importantly, he'll find out why we are here. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, Tammy Hauser. Now, that would lead to flashback, using what we did against us, mentioned before in Bridge Teaser and Repercussions, because it makes sense lessons, reminding us of our mistakes and the consequences afterwards for how, for eternity, we would have to pay for the sins and crossing the line with the devil or demon, which would lead us to the new soundtrack of MALAK titled Collection Call. I thought it was calls with S because it would make sense in a lot of ways for theories. Now, I would like to take you back to when I first started doing Dark Deception videos, a very weird time actually. In one of them I talked about specific chapter 4 and chapter 5 leaks. In one of them I mentioned Ballroom, and most importantly I mentioned how MALAK will enter in BIERCE'S Ballroom in the future. Here's a clip.
Next thing you know, he'll be pleading with you. That's because he's losing. Soon the ring will be mine again.
Oh, I won't be here long. I just want to have a private talk with your friend here.
Impossible! You can't be here! I forbid it!
Now at first we didn't know who he was referring to as friend, but now we do. He was talking about Doug Hauser, and on top of that, the title Collection Call, which a lot of people have been theorizing that he's there or in the ballroom to take our powers and put it into next portal. That doesn't make much sense at first, but you know what does make sense? The numbering system. You see, Murder Monkeys is the only level in Dark Deception thus far without powers, where you can actually beat and get S rank. You can also be Deadly Decadence without powers, but that's besides the point. What's on the point is that there are only two powers left to reveal: Telekinesis and Vanish. Those two powers will be unlocked right before level 6 and level 7. Telekinesis will be used for Nurse's level, since we will be needing shards to unlock gates and get shards alone from behind walls and other areas where you can't usually go. That would make level even more difficult and longer to beat, so good luck all the S rankers out there. Wait, I'm one of them, so good luck to me as well, which was of course Asylum for Nurses. Level 7, aka Joy Gang, which we came to conclusion of Theme Park, and by the way, Winston Livings, the executive director, confirmed a lot of things where I hit as theory, so we'll have other video for that. Anyways, we will have Vanish power before to enter the portal, because there will be lasers and cameras to prevent us from entering the portal in the first place, and we will have to use Vanish power to avoid MALAK seeing us from cameras and basically getting rid of that stuff as well. I'm not quite sure if they physically make us vanish, not just visually, because if they can make us physically vanish as well, so we can actually move through traps, I think that's how it would work, and it would work fantastically. If Vanish actually makes us invisible to traps as well, which in this case would be lasers, then that would make it so much easier for people like us. So that would leave one level, and we are done with powers here before that level. Maybe there is a next power reveal, who knows? But what if, ladies and gentlemen, the theories of not having powers are correct in the 8th level, aka Mama Bear and Sugar Teddy? What if Mama Bear does take away of power? What if MALAK does take away our powers, and during the level we slowly take our powers back piece by piece? What if some of them trigger teddies contain our powers, or let's say patrolling the area where the powers exist, and we have to get sneaky behind them and get them powers? It would be an interesting take, and not having powers, heck, not even tablet. Okay, no, that's too far. We need a tablet, but the point remains, which would lead us back to the OST Collection Call. Remember what MALAK said? He came into the ballroom, shocking Bierce, and he wanted to meet us, Doug Hauser. Why? Like I mentioned earlier. So he came to collect either what belonged to him, or he came to collect something from us upon which he had the authority to collect in the first place. Now let me show you this. I'm gonna slow it down. I do believe Bierce by chapter 5 will either go missing, or she will escape the ballroom or die. Something will happen and we will be left alone in her ballroom. Either way, this new OST shows that Glowstick Entertainment are doing big things in chapter 4, and this is just a glimpse of what amazingness has yet to come. As always, Daniel Dombrowski done an amazing work. I will be making a video where I talk about everything Vince confirmed in that live stream concerns chapter 4. Spoilers, no chapter 4 or DD mobile release date So there you have it. Now, what are your thoughts on this new OST and this theory in general? Do you think Malak will take our powers, reveal something big against Beers, throw us in some shady stuff? Let me know all your good theories down in those comments below. With that being said, that wrap up this video covering Malak, new OST, new theory. Make sure to subscribe with the notifications on for more videos just like this one. And I'll see you soon. Take care. That doesn't make any sense, but you get my point, and peace.